Hi everyone, and welcome to week 7. We're almost done with the course, which is very exciting. It's going extremely fast. Last week you were really focusing on the ideas of creativity, emotions, imagination, values, and whatnot, and how this is captured in different pieces of art, and then focusing in on a specific medium and talking about how you feel it most effectively evokes emotion in you. This week, what we're going to be doing is trying to make connections between the different artistic formats. So between painting and music, or music and poetry, or poetry and painting. So I think there's a couple of you doing this actually in your final project, so it would be nice for you to share your insights on that. Now, the big thing that you're going to be doing this week is your final submission of your paper. So last week you submitted your investigative essays. They are all graded, and I think it's really important that you guys look through the feedback I gave you. So if you go into your Turnitin accounts, what you'll see here is that I've uploaded my instructor profile. So it's 90% plagiarized, which is true because it's actually been run through Turnitin before. So if you select the paper that you want, what you're going to do is go over here to download. And what you want to choose off of this drop down box is you want to choose to download the grade mark paper. Yes, you do want to continue. And now it says here that you have to go to your Turnitin messages, which is up here. And what you want to do is click on the one with the new. It seems very excited to be new over here. And it's going to give you a URL and then a zip file. Open up the zip file, choose the PDF, and what you get is your document. It says when it was submitted. It shows you where the original comments were and puts a number next to them, and then it gives you your grade, and then it provides you with my comments. So it's a useful thing to download so that you can have it right by you when you're working on your final paper. Another thing that you'll want to look through before completing your final project is the final project guidelines and rubric document. So this document I attached to the announcements page, to the announcement that this video was attached to. So you'll see that there. You can click on it and it'll bring you to this document. It provides you with basically an outline of how the paper should be crafted, and then down here is the rubric, and the rubric is what I'm going to be using to evaluate you and to evaluate each one of your papers. So you want to read through what the requirements are and what needs to be included in your paper. I know a lot of you probably read through this section, but the rubric part is just as important for you as it is for me. So I'd recommend going through this document and then letting me know if you have any questions. Another thing I wanted to show you guys was 2 resources that I thought were really helpful and that you should utilize in your final papers. The first one is on the SNHU Online Writing Center's website, and I actually put a link here in our toolbar directly to it. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the website. If you go over here and click on resources, it'll take you to this page, and this is a really great page because it provides you with the paper templates that the Writing Center made. So you want to click on the sample MLA paper, and what you'll get is a paper that's been formatted in MLA that you can then basically just plunk in your paper, and then at least you know that your paper is formatted properly. Another resource that you may want to check out on this website is under citations, and if you go to this big giant click here, it'll take you to this page, and it's the Shapiro Library Citation Management Tools page. Scroll all the way down and click on EasyBib. Now there are a lot of citation management tools, NightCite, Son of Citation. I feel EasyBib is the easiest to use and the most accurate out of all of them. So I would probably utilize this resource. And then you know that whatever resource you've taken some ideas from or quoted from are cited properly. No sense in losing points when you can just use a tool to help you out. The other resource, which I posted the link to in this announcement as well, is the Shapiro Library Art History LibGuide. So the librarians over at the Shapiro Library went through and collected all the resources that they thought would be helpful for a student in an art history course. And I know this isn't technically an art history course, but there's a lot of aspects to it that is. And this will help you find resources to really help place your chosen pieces of art in context. So a lot of you did a great job of deconstructing your pieces of art and talking about them and talking about what's going on. But what you need to also talk about is about the artist and who inspired them. How did that artist inspire later artists? How does that particular piece of art reflect the stylistic period it's in? How does the culture or what's going on at the time, how is that depicted, or how has that influenced the artist in this particular work? And so the place to find some of those answers would be in this LibGuide. So those resources I think would really be useful to you guys as you are working on this final paper. Let me know if you have any questions this week, and let's have a great week. Bye!